Hello friends, today's recipe is going to be a Diwali special, that is almond halwa or badam halwa. Let's see the ingredient list and how we make it today. I have used the Costco almond flour, that's 1 cup, half cup of ghee, half cup of sugar, 3 by 4 cup of milk, half cup of water. Also to this I have some saffron and 3 pods of cardamom. This is going to be the Instant Pot recipe. I have the Instant Pot ready here, and let's put the Instant Pot in saute mode. Here it is, and to the Instant Pot, let's add the ingredients one after other. So the almond flour that I used, it's perfect for the badam halwa, and here I'm adding half cup of ghee. Do not reduce the amount of ghee. And here to the Instant Pot, we have added a half cup of ghee, and let it to melt. And here it's melting. This will be done in half hour, but you need that half an hour to 40 minutes. Maximum of half an hour to 35 minutes will be done for this amount of badam halwa. And so here now the ghee is been heating for some time, and to that I'm going to add the almond flour that I have. I'm using 1 cup of almond flour here. I wanted to add a little bit more, maybe in few minutes I'll add a little bit more. And here let's mix it with the ghee, and let us roast it for a few minutes, not minutes, seconds, few seconds. There it is. And in the meanwhile, when it's cooking, we will make the cardamom and the sugar. We'll add the cardamom and the sugar to the mixture that we have in the Instant Pot. Here I have half cup of sugar. We can increase the sugar if we want, but this works perfect. And also 3 parts of cardamom. So this, let's make it a powder, and there it is. If you have cardamom powder, you can skip this method of adding both the sugar and the cardamom. Because I didn't have the cardamom pods, a powder, I just grinded with the sugar. So here I'm adding a little bit more of almond flour. It's about it's little less than half a cup. It's not 1.5 cup altogether. It's little less than 1.5 cup. And there it is. And the raw smell of the almond will go off when we roast this a little bit. And then to this, let's add the sugar and the elaichi powder that we have. If you have elaichi powder separately, you can add it separately, and you don't have to grind the sugar and the cardamom pods together. I like making it fresh whenever I make the sweets. So this is the way I always make the sweets. I'll just add the cardamom pods to the sugar, and I'll just grind it once or blend it once and add it to the other ingredients. Usually for all the sweets, this is what I do. So the cardamom pods will be nicely crushed. And here now the Instant Pot is quite hot now. So here is the almond flour and the ghee, the half cup of ghee and 1.5 cup of almond flour. It's not exactly 1.5 cup, little less than 1.5 cup. It's not entire half cup second time when I added. So to this I'm going to add saffron. Saffron is the important ingredient in this halwa. The beautiful yellow color comes from the saffron. So here it is. I'm adding the saffron to that. And the milk. That is 1 cup of milk that I have. And half cup of water. Let's add it to the Instant Pot. Instant Pot is hot, and let's mix all of this together. So give it a nice mix so that there are no lumps formed. Now I'm going to put it off. Close the lid. And now let's put it in the pressure cooker mode for 2 minutes. So it will take some time. It just says 2 minutes, but the Instant Pot should build up the pressure and then it will cook for the next 2 minutes. So let's cook it for that 2 minutes. So it's on pressure cook mode and I have kept it for 2 minutes. Now we have added all the ingredients into the Instant Pot. So now the halwa is cooking in an Instant Pot. It's very easy. It's a one pot method. You can give it a try for this coming Diwali. And here now I have chopped up these almonds. I have taken the skin off. I just chopped them into small pieces. And to the pan I added a little ghee. And I just want to roast that almonds. We can just add it as such. This is for garnishing. We can just add it as such. But I wanted to roast it. And now the 2 minutes is over. And the pressure cooker went to the off mode. So in the meanwhile, let's fry this almonds a bit and keep it aside. I like it this way. If you want to omit frying this, that's absolutely fine. But the fried almonds gives a nice crunch to that almonds when we have it with the halwa. So this is a homemade ghee. I have this homemade ghee recipe in my channel. And now after a few minutes, let the pressure release by itself. And I put it off. And now let's open the Instant Pot to see how it is. Oh, that got that beautiful yellow color from that saffron. And it's bubbling. Let's give it a nice mix. So wait for a few minutes, nicely mix it so that there are no lumps formed and it doesn't stick to the bottom. It will not stick to the bottom if you follow this recipe exactly. It won't stick to the bottom. We have enough ghee, water and milk to the consistency to add to the halwa. And here it will be in this consistency. It will take about 15 minutes for it to get to that halwa consistency after this. So now our Instant Pot is on and I'm just giving it a mix. As I mentioned, it will take about 15 minutes, 15 to less than 20 minutes to finish up the halwa. And to this, to any sweet, just add a pinch of salt. Now it's around 12 to 15 minutes and now we can see the consistency changing. It's not watery anymore. It is binding together. And now I want to take off the plug of the Instant Pot so that the pot is still hot. The mixture will be still cooking and it's done now. I mean, it will cook a little bit more because of the heat. And now to this, I want to add a tablespoon of ghee. You can omit it if you don't want to add, but that gives the richness to this halwa. So I'm adding 1 tablespoon of ghee to finish it. You can omit adding this ghee if you don't want, or you can reduce the quantity of ghee that we add in the last. But it gives that the halwa consistency very well when we add extra ghee to that. Now it's completely off and let's mix it. Mix it nicely and this is how it looks. After some time, when the Instant Pot is still hot and when the badam halwa is completely cooked, it lets out all the ghee that we added initially also. So you can see lots of ghee in the sides. So this says that there are lots of ghee. And so, you can omit the last portion of the ghee if you don't want to add that. But I like adding it and it gives that extra richness to the sweet. So now let me transfer this badam halwa from the Instant Pot to the bowl that I have. So now here it is all done. This is a finished product. So our badam halwa it came out excellent actually. If you follow the recipe exactly, you will get a wonderful badam halwa. But if you add extra sugar, if the sugar quantity becomes more, or if it has been kept in the stove or Instant Pot for a long time, that would get chewy because the texture of it will change. Just make sure you just follow the recipe if you want to make it for the Diwali. So now I have taken off the badam halwa from the instant pot to the serving bowl, and now to this I'm going to add all the roasted or the fried almonds that we had earlier on top of the badam halwa. It gives a very nice crunch to the halwa. If you add unroasted or the raw almonds, it will give that raw flavor to the halwa. I like it this way. If you want to omit adding more ghee and frying it, of course you can go ahead and do. Now I am also topping it more with the saffron that I have. All this beautiful, the golden yellow that came of the badam halwa, it all came from the saffron that I used, and saffron is an important ingredient as I mentioned. And look at that halwa. It is a crowd pleaser. I assure that your family will love it, and if you're going to have a Diwali party, do give it a try at home. So now it's my turn to try my badam halwa, and here's my share of badam halwa for the day. And there it is. It looks absolutely yummy. And if I don't try, it's going to be like I'm going to miss out something. And advance Diwali wishes to all the friends. I'll see you all again with a new recipe before Diwali. Bye bye.